in and wish you all a great Sunday and maybe tell a little more things what's going on for the moment. I work very hard because instead of working with just one brand when it comes to car parts, we have to work with two brands at the same time during the same amount of hours. So the work is very exhausting, but the best thing is, as long as we have this much to do, I can start early and come home much earlier too. So that's a great thing. But that also means that I have to go to sleep much earlier. So I'm gonna miss out on things. And I want to point out that tonight is gonna come, and maybe it's not tonight when you have it because it can be during the day. So Cryptic Yasmin gonna do a live with one of my favorite goth YouTuber too. So go to her channel later and see that one. It's still a lot of hours, around what could it be, 9 hours or something before that gonna go on. But I can recommend that thing because I usually watch her lives and she does with different artists and that type of things, and she's gonna do with other goth persons too, and maybe other type of alternative people too. And what's more, I want to say that my weight loss after the surgery goes well, and yeah, it goes in the right direction. I feel much better in my body. The cold started to go away, but I still got a problem with it. You can hear it in my voice, but at least it goes in the right direction too. And I got a gift from my friend Michelle in UK, an eyeliner that I actually tried to use in this look too. And it's another type of eyeliner that I'm not used to use, and it's from Makeup Revolution. And I think it works very great. I'm not used with that type of pen with a tip, but this one works better than the other one I have tried. I used to have more like a brush type of thing, but I think that's what you used to. And the only down thing with this is that it's not black. It's still black, but it's not as black as the one I usually use. But I think it made a good result anyway. So I'm happy with it, and it was a nice surprise from her too. So I'm happy that I have good friends in UK too. And we're gonna have to sit down, Trevor and I, today to decide how we're gonna put up my vacation, because soon we're gonna get that point to, at my work at least, apply for that so they know how everybody wants to be off, so we don't off at the same time everybody. And I'm not sure I'm gonna take that long during the summer itself, because we want to travel to UK again, and we have talked about maybe going when it's not at the high peak for travels to UK. So we might go to the autumn or something, or later in the summer when my vacation period is over. And that should be nice to go over, because Trevor haven't been home since 2 years before COVID started. And that's many years now. Because there come things in between, years with COVID, and then we got other things going on, and then we got surgeries going on, both with Trevor and me. So we haven't been able to go. And a year before COVID, his mom was over to Sweden. The only time she's been in Sweden too, so we were busy with that and couldn't afford to do everything at the same time. But hopefully can go to UK this year, and that should be awesome. And maybe I can meet up with some of my friends too, my goth friends. I'm not sure if we're gonna go to any gothic weekend or something, but we can see if we can meet up and do something else, because it must be things we can do even when it's not gothic weekend in Whitby. And yeah, what's more I'm gonna tell about? I'm not so sure. I just cooked everything I need for the week for my work, and I think that's so boring. I don't like to do the cooking, but I need to prepare because I need to eat so much and have everything ready for work, and I don't want to stand during working day and do all the cooking either. So, and I was waiting for a dress from Shein. I waited a very long time. It don't show up, so I now finally got answer back from the support that I'm gonna get a refund. So that's okay that they actually did a solution. But the downside is I wanted to use that dress for not just using normally during the year, because I have another YouTuber I like, and Rebel Jackson, that is not a goth, but she's a vintage pin-up girl, and she have two autistic kids, and she do this type of foundation for it too, for kids with special needs. And she always been very nice, and I do love her style with the vintage pin-up style, even if that's not me. But I know she had done looks that looks I'll catch from my type of makeup sometimes. So I thought I should do something like that, and I would actually just dress for that type of thing, because this was a little more rockabilly, gothic rockabilly style. So I thought, well, that should be a nice touch. I do something that goes in her direction, but still is me. That is a goth. But I'm not sure I'm gonna get that dress, so I might have to order something else so I can do that style I was wanting to do. And I are also open for collabs. I know it might come up something in next month. I'm not gonna tell what, but if you follow other YouTubers, you're probably gonna know what's going on. And I also want to remind that it's not that long before my giveaway is ending. It's in the end of this month, and you can actually win a gift card from Killstar if you are a supporter to me and follow me in a way, so you are public subscriber too. So I just want to make that as a little reminder. So if you haven't entered the competition or giveaway, you still have some time. But it's not something I'm gonna take a picker or something to choose, because it's the comment itself that's gonna be the one that's gonna make me do who's the winner. So you need to do all the things I said in the video, and don't listen to scammers, and maybe put some messages in the comment fields and something like that, because I don't do that way. But I am also very aware that this can happen, so I always check out my accounts. So I hope no one gonna go on that trap, because unfortunately it's a lot of bad people in the world, and they try to gain themselves all the time, and I don't like it. And I hope not many others do. This is an Eldergoth, and if you don't like it, so please leave. It's easy, just click away. You don't have to be here, and don't have to be rude either, so bye. So, if you don't like what you see, so sorry, but I am actually 56 this year, so if you don't like it, I'm not a teenager, and I don't have to deal with teenager crap either. If you are someone that hide behind it. And I'm also a supporter of Sophie Lancaster Foundation in UK, and that is to make the world safer for everyone, so you actually can be yourself, no matter age, no matter gender or whatever. Hi, Duha Ekrin. I don't know how you pronounce that, but hi. So is this just a little short live? I just did it unplanned. Oh, thanks very much. I don't see myself as that, but thank you very much. I just think I'm a normal Eldergoth. It's so lots more people that I'm so much more beautiful, that I love their looks and everything, but I look really too nice. I always been looking a little too nice to be that typically look that I maybe wanted to be. So how old I am? I'm gonna be 56 in August, so I'm old. I'm probably much older than the most people that watch me. So, but that's what I want to say. Hello, Missy. Welcome. You catch my live this time. No, I want to show that you don't need to have a certain age to be inside goth either. I'm very fine, thank you. We have done all the shopping yesterday, so we didn't have to deal with that. I have done all my cooking, so that's all out of the order. Just gonna do the afternoon meal later that we're gonna eat together. We're gonna do homemade pizza actually, and probably watch some movie or something at the same time. So thank you again. I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, whatever they say. Yeah, it will be very nice, because it's easy to do, and if I do it right, it works with my diet too. So, but it's not gonna be a big slice for mine gonna last for more than one meal, so I can have it tomorrow too when I came home from work. So that's gonna be awesome too. I'm not gonna stay very long in this life, because I need soon to go and eat again, because that's when you've done my surgery, you need to eat 6 meals a day at least, and drink a lot of water in between. So it's soon time for my dinner again. What are you up to with Missy? Or the others that maybe are polite in the chat too? Um, I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about. I was actually happy that I was outside very early this morning because I saw the most beautiful sunrise actually, and it didn't last for that long because I went to the shop and that's why I saw it, because we forgot to buy something yesterday that we're gonna use for pizza too. So I went and did a little more complete shopping, and the sunrise, it was magnific. It was like the sky was on fire. It was so beautiful. It's a shame that the camera never catch it in the same way. Oh, thank you very much. Everything is old. It's nothing new. It's a top from Shein, and it's a very old Killstar dress that started to be a little too big for me, and it's Killstar belt. PJ is not the wrong either if you're not gonna do anything, so whatever, because it's not what we have on our clothes, what we wear that make us, it's the person that makes you. Yeah, but I was talking about the sunrise, and that was beautiful. It was like red everywhere, and it looks so beautiful. It looks like fire on the sky. And I went to the shop, and I don't lie, it's just maximum 10 minutes. When I went out, everything blue and gray, mostly gray. I think it's run. I'm gonna see if I can see it here. It's 11 a.m. So it's soon noon. So it's just in the beginning of the day here, but I guess it's probably nighttime or evening where you are, Missy. So yeah, so we're gonna do a lot of things. So you must be like, are you from UK or something then? Because Germany should be probably something the same. I know UK is 1 hour behind the tree, at least. Maybe France is something too, so I don't know. Yeah, I suspected that because we many times talk with Trevor's mom during Sunday evening, so England, yeah, sometimes people are very important with that thing, which part that it's England, it's not that part. So I know what you mean, because it's a little like we have something called landscapes in Sweden, and I think that is a little like when you have like Wales, Lancaster, and that type of things. So I live in what we call the Västra Götaland, and that belongs to the second biggest town here in Sweden, and that is Gothenburg. And I think it's very cool because it starts with Goth. Shouldn't that be? So we are actually one of the people that lives longest in Sweden before the Danish people tried to get us too. Where are you going to in England then? Because I mainly been in the northern part, because Trevor is from northwest. But I've been in Yorkshire too, and that type of thing, and in Whippy. London is big, so I hope you have plenty of time. I didn't have the time enough when I was there with Trevor last time, because we went first to Harry Potter World the day before, and the other day we stay in a hotel in Watford that's just outside, and we were meant to go to London the next day, and we did. We took the train in, but that summer I couldn't choose a worse date, because that day they have this terrorist thing going on. So it was completely shut down with police and everything around everything, because a certain bridge. So it was impossible to get anywhere. It took hours on the bus and everything. You didn't get anywhere. So I think I have to do a new London trip another time, and hopefully it's not gonna end that bad, because it was a lot of things I wanted to see. For an example, the ravens and everything. Harry Potter is a really fantastic place to be. So you're gonna have plenty of hours to go there, because it's so much to watch and incredible things. You don't gonna believe your eyes when you're there. Everything is awesome. So I can say that I really loved that visit, and we had Trevor's mom that is a very big Harry Potter fan with us that time too, so that's why we decided to go there, because when we were over last time, so I had two choices. I wanted to see Chester Zoo because I seen that on television, and I wanted to see Harry Potter World 2, but because we're gonna take Trevor's mom with us, so we said we take Harry Potter World. We can go to Chester Zoo another time because it's a very big zoo. I have seen it on a TV show they have from that place, and it looks awesome too. Yeah, but that time it was even more chaos because of the terrorists. So it was impossible to get anywhere, and if you even could get anywhere, everything was so delayed because all the traffic was taking the same routes. So I couldn't pick the worst date. So because first we were thinking, why is so much helicopters in the air and everything? So and they stopped people to go with certain directions because they didn't know the blocks or whatever. I'm sorry if I'm sound a little nasal because my nose is still, after the cold, is still not going all the way off. But I hope next time we can do a little more. My dream is still to go to Whitby when they have Gothic Weekend, and it's twice a year. But I have been to Whitby twice. I know the place and I know how cozy it is. So we're gonna have to see when we can maybe come there when it's Gothic Weekend too. But I know that you have to plan that because everything is booked up a long way before. Oh, thank you very much, and hope you have a nice day and a very nice time in London too when you go there with the class. So yeah, I think it's awesome. So yeah, because I have seen all those videos and everything from Whitby. I have friends that lives in the UK that been to Whitby several times. I have friends from Sweden that have been there too, and I so want to go there because it's really the perfect place, especially when you go up to the Abbey too, and you remember Bram Stoker and Dracula and everything, and they put up this show with Dracula too, so it couldn't be better. And when you look out on the sea, and you can really imagine when the ship is coming and go the shipwreck and everything, and Dracula gets to Whitby and the story begins. So this is awesome. So and it's very cozy town too. So even if it's not the Gothic Weekend, so it's really good. But I don't like the 199 steps directly, and it's no better way to walk anyway because we tried to go another way someday when it was very busy in Whitby. So it's very hilly if you're gonna go all the way up to the Abbey. Oh, I've been to some, but most of the places are up in north then. I have been, for example, to York. I've been to the Jorvik Viking Museum, and that was fascinating too. And at the same time, we went to a place that's called Mother Shipton's Cave, and I think it's very close there too, around Yorkshire area. And I've been higher up. I don't remember where it was because it's a little higher up than Yorkshire on the east coast. And I've also been in Lancaster, and I've been seeing the place for the Pendle Hills where they have the witch trials, and that was very interesting too. And of course I went down to London and Watford and Harry Potter World too, but I haven't been more than around Blackpool in that area earlier. So where from England are you, Missy? Maybe it's not that cold actually because I'm a Swede, so I thought that it was warm because even when I went over during winter time I thought it was warm because I went here and was winter dressed and came over to England and everybody was that year around with t-shirts. Ah, south of England. It looks like many of the Goth people are from the southern part too, especially around London and Brighton and that type of things, because I see a lot of people that say of places in Brighton and around London then. I guess it's because there's a lot of clubs there too, even if you have things in the northern part too. And around Manchester, I know there are things happening there too, so. But sadly, I don't know so much about those places. Maybe one day, but Trevor is not a goth, he's a metalhead, so I have to compromise sometimes. Even if even if he takes interest in the subculture itself, so he's still a metalhead in the heart. So, and yeah, but I hope we can travel more one day, and I do hope to see a little more. Maybe go to goth places and see more goth shops. I only been to one goth shop, and it was between Fleetwood and Blackpool. I don't remember what that place was called, but they had a goth shop there. I think he only liked the very early Metallica. He's more like into Slipknot or even harder music than that. Like now he is very much into the Swedish band Arch Enemy, if you know that one. So it's a little more that growling type of thing that still can have this melodies metal too. I can listen to that too. And we've been to actually in Sweden to Slipknot where when they played together with Behemoth. Yeah, so and the funny thing when we went to the Slipknot, and that was just before COVID. That was when I actually called COVID when it started. No one didn't know what that was before, but I was so sick after that. But we went up to our capital town in Stockholm and watched Slipknot. And first it was Behemoth, and I thought it was really funny because I'm the goth person. He knew Slipknot. I know Slipknot since I'm younger too, but he didn't know about Behemoth, and I knew Behemoth, so I thought that was a little funny. And he actually liked them, maybe not as much as Slipknot, but he thought it was okay at least. And I thought it was okay too, because if I'm in a certain type of mood, I like to listen to metal too. And if I'm angry and frustrated, I could put on music like Butcher Babies and that type of things, because it's a good way to get all the aggressions out of the system without hurting anyone else. So at least you can do it while listening to music. And that's why I think music is so good. And I don't understand why some people are so afraid to say they listen to other things, because that's ridiculous. Even the musicians don't listen to other stuff too. And of course, if you only listen to one thing, shouldn't life be very boring after a while? And even the music inside the subculture is changing. And I saw a very funny shorts on Instagram this morning. I put that in my story too. And it was from metal, and one was coming and didn't listen to the most hardest type of metal and asked if am I metal enough to be a metalhead? And of course, if you're into metal, no matter genre, of course you're a metalhead. The one that are the true ones, they don't care if you listen to the hardest or if you're only into the soft ones. And it's the same with goth. I don't even understand why we have to fight about that type of things. As long as we understand the difference between goth and metal and that type of things. Yeah, and I think we should still be able to go outside the box sometimes. And it's like I said, when I grew up, all the alternative kids, I'm from a very small village outside the town I live now. And back then, it was the mainstream kids, and we have the other one. It was punk heads, it was metal heads, it was what we call syntare, that is people that only listen to synth music, electronic music, like the Depeche Mode, Kraftwerk, 242, and that type of music. And then we got, before we even knew the word goth, listen to that music that I found out was named goth. I didn't know back then because it took some years before that term came where I lived, because we didn't have internet back then, so it's not easy to know everything in the beginning. And when I was old, I was a teenager and young adult during the 80s, so that's a little hard to understand for some kids today that actually have all the access to all this internet and everything that goes on. It depends on what you mean by a lot, not comparing with the mainstream kids. And nowadays, I could say that if you go back to 2000 up to around 2006 something, in the city at least, you could actually see a lot of alternative people. And doesn't matter if you were goth, if you were an emo or something else that is alternative or like an indie one. But today, sadly, I don't see many, not even youngsters. And if someone looks alternative in some type of way, they often just are mainstream people that like colored hair and that type of things, or maybe a little cooler clothes, but they are not alternative. So Yeah, some bits of it was, but I don't think it was that big hit over here because uh, it was mainly like goths and that type of things. But we were all always mixed up with us. So many people were calling us for emo back then, and it's a little like those memes that don't call a goth for an emo. You know what's gonna happen. That was very often, but it's little like when people was screaming Satanist and that type of things for us too, because they judge you over your look. And I thought it was ridiculous. And it was the same when I thought everything was okay to do too. So they could, when you had extensions in your hair, and that, especially when you have those that was attached to your scalp, so you just took them off after 1 month, they come and pulled your hair and everything. I thought that was okay. So I thought it was, don't do that. I don't do that on you. I don't go and take your hair and pull it hard, because it was really, so my head was bending backwards too when it was taking it. So, and that's why I've been very sad when I read the post from, for an example, Sophie Lancaster Foundation, when I posted about this guy. I think it was in Leeds or something, that people jumped on him because he didn't look like people. And I thought people should learn after Sophie Lancaster. We had a similar situation in Sweden for around 14 years ago, and it was in Gothenburg. And had many friends in Gothenburg, and the clubs were mainly in Gothenburg too. And that area where that guy lived in, I had many friends too, so it could be one of us, but it wasn't this time. And this guy, he was not goth, but he was more like this kind of indie type of guy, with a little emo type of thing too over himself, with the look and everything and makeup and that. A very good looking guy, and he was actually stabbed to death for being different. And it's so terrible that it happens everywhere, and it still happens today. I don't even understand why we can't change that bit. Accept people for who they are. We are people inside, no matter how we look like. I don't go and judge others. Hello, Phoenix. Nice to see you. Another one from, should I say, England here too? Yeah, that's horrid. And it was a book written from one of his friends. That is called Mira. She also do this subcult festival in Sweden that is with alternative music every year. It's in some years old now, that festival. And she was one of the friends, and she actually wrote a book about it. And in Swedish it's called Pojken med stjärnorna, or translated it should be The Boy with the Stars, because he always had small stars on him in his makeup look too. And hopefully that book one day will come out in English too, because I know they are working on an English copy too. And I know she's been involved with Sophie Lancaster Foundation too. She have something similar going on in Sweden too, that works against this type of hate crimes too. And I hope one day we can actually be whoever we are without having that thing. But I know that when I was younger too, around 2005 or something, we went to one of the clubs, and this was a club that was with a little type of mixed people, but mainly alternative people, people into a little more fetish kind of look too, because that was for everyone that was not looking normal. So we could have like a safe place to go with our clothes on, and know everybody's there on the same thing, same conditions. And I was talking with one of the girls in the bar, and she said where she lived in Gothenburg, she jumped off the bus. Then she had a major graveyard. She take a shortcut over, but she said because she was afraid of those dark dressed people, she had a baseball. I don't know what you call it, the thing you hit the baseball with, that she was hiding and took away. And I looked at her. Who should be most afraid, those darkness people or you? Because you have the weapon. If you're afraid to hit someone like me in the head, I can die because I'm different. And I think that's ridiculous. And hi again, I thought you went. And hi to the other, Renee or something. And yeah, I thought that was terrible. And these are the similar type of situations too that happened when I was younger. And I know I was in one accident when I got a whiplash and everything, and I also got fibromyalgia, so I should go on a course to learn my pain limits. And there we met people around the same type of age, and I was in my 30s back then, so everyone looked older than me, even if they should be around the same age. And I thought I had toned down very much. I was proper. I was black dressed, but I thought I looked proper compared with what I could do in other normies' eyes. And we had several times per week we went, and then we come to the last time, and we should put down a special note about the course. Plus, we should also tell what we have learned from the course. And then actually, some of the people that was there said, I have learned to never judge the book for the cover anymore because I have learned to know you. And I thought I was terrified when I saw you first time because you wore all that black hair, because I had black hair back then, colored, and my black clothes and everything. So I was terrified for people like you. You look like a witch or something from Adam's family, whatever. But I learned you are a really nice person. And I said, we are a nice person. At least we are often nice persons. But if you are very rude and that type of thing, don't count that we're gonna be so pleased and nice after a while either. So yeah, so I think it's very nice that people actually can change their mind too. So I think we still have to have like Sophie Lancaster Foundation and others that actually work very hard to get acceptance everywhere. I'm not sure what that symbol is. Yeah, so at least I think it's important. We need to be secured and we need to be safe and everything. And we should be able to be our creative. If you want to have makeup, wear makeup. You're still gonna wash it off after the day anyway. And if it bothers others, don't look. You don't have to look. Um, Yeah, and it's a little like people are judging people off the skin color and that type of things too. So I don't really understand. You need still to know the person, but if the person are a terrible person, I can understand if you don't like it or something like that. But the most people are not terrible. It's just a little group that needs to be the assholes. Sorry for saying that, but that's the fact. Some people are assholes, so we can't do much about it. So it's a sad world, and you see the world go crazy. It's everywhere now. It's the Ukraine war that never seems to end, and I feel sorry because I do follow some of the people from Ukraine too. I also follow people in Russia or from Russia. Then now is like in the States too, and I feel sorry for them that they have to turn their lives in other direction to even be able to be themselves without being in war. Yeah, we shouldn't have all those type of things, and no matter if what sexuality and that type of gender and that type of things either, because everyone should be safe. And nowadays I can't even be safe in some areas in my town either, no matter which time it is. So I think it's very, and I don't have to go that far either. I can go walk just some I'll say like 10 minutes or something, then I come into a really bad area too. So where they have a shooting and they actually try to kill each other with the gangs there. Yeah, and it's unnecessary to scar them. I have my issues too, and I have been through some things that could end much worse when I was younger too. And I'm very happy that I am the person I was, but in the same time, I was lucky too because I know what some things can do. And the thing that could have gone worse for me was when a guy was taking those steroids and he thought he could do whatever he wanted. And because I looked in a different way, he thought everything was okay to do. And we were sleeping over at the same place at the girls' home. And I still got this feeling from this guy because he started to behave very bad even out in the pubs and on the bars, on the clubs we went to that night to other girls. So I thought I'm gonna go and sleep in fully clothing and everything. I had like sport clothes on, the whole tracksuit type of things on, and he still tried to do something during the night, and he even tried to strangle me. And he went on steroids, and he was very much with muscles and everything. So I was very terrified. So I even get away from that place and said, I'm never gonna be there if that guy is there at the same time. Have a good day too, Missy. I'm gonna go too because I need to eat actually. And thanks for listening too because now my belly tells me it's time to eat again. So we can hope we can see another time and stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.